Fred Hooper. Fred is from our Northern Basin Aboriginal nations, and Fred's going to be telling us about planning, monitoring and evaluating for cultural flows. Welcome back to the stage, Fred. It's great to have you.
Thank you very much. So my presentation today is, and our pitch is for the Northern Basin Aboriginal Nations, which is a consortium or a union of 22 sovereign First Nations in the Northern Murray-Darling Basin. Next slide, please. So our value proposition is to assist in the establishment of First Nations economic development and sustainability for NBAN member nations in line with their nation plans. I'll go through a little bit in a sec in regards to the National Cultural Flows Research and the outcomes of the National Cultural Flows Research. But before I do that, I'd like to acknowledge somebody in the marketplace who worked tirelessly with me over the last few days in getting this presentation together. Sonia Young. Sonia is in the marketplace there, and Sonia is responsible for going out talking to our nations and developing nation plans which are set around 5 themes. So next slide, please. So thank you very much, Sonia. So some of our achievements within NBAN, we assisted in the development of the Murray-Darling Basin Plan, in particular Chapter 10, Part 14. We participated in what we call the National Cultural Flows Research Project, which was a 6-year project which came up with a range of ways of moving forward with cultural flows. We undertook one of the biggest use and occupancy mapping projects in the country, which we identified over 26,000 use sites in a small area in northern New South Wales. We signed a treaty of unity with the sovereign First Nations of the Northern Basin, which looked at a collaborative approach to water management, water ownership, and water rights in the Northern Basin. We also undertook another program called the First Nations Water Guidance Program, Environmental Water Guidance Program, which gave objectives and outcomes to First Nations objectives and outcomes in the annual environmental watering priorities. Next slide, please. So this is our business case, NBAN's business case. On the left-hand side there, you can see who our clients are, the Murray-Darling Basin Authority, the New South Wales Government, and we also do consultancy work. In the middle is our organisational structure, starting off with our board, the executive officer and myself. We work very closely together to implement the the company's strategies and corporate plan. And then we have staff underneath us, which includes an operational manager and 3 other staff. On the right-hand side there is our main income streams for NBAN, which is mainly government supported. Next slide, please. So these are our partners. We have a sister organisation in the south called Murray-Lower Darling Rivers Indigenous Nations. We do a fair bit of work for the Murray-Darling Basin Authority. We are responsible for assessing Chapter 10, Part 14 of the water resource plans that are being developed as a part of the Murray-Darling Basin Authority. Next slide, please. So this is the National Cultural Flows Research Project. There are 3 stages. We're currently implementing stage 1, which developed the nation plans, as you saw in the first slide. So this project, it's concentrating on achieving economic development and sustainability outcomes for First Nations in the northern part of the Murray-Darling Basin. So we're hoping that with this pitch, we can get assistance in implementing stage 2 and 3 of that research. Next slide, please. So the impacts that this program we're hoping will have on our nations, creating employment within the Aboriginal community, providing the health for the health and well-being of our people, and decreasing the financial dependency on welfare, and the creation of an industry that requires less water for crop production as well. Next slide, please. So basically what we're looking for is investment in our what we're calling our economic development strategy, which will see 10 nations over 3 years if we can raise the $5 million that we're looking for to create real economic development within the Northern Basin. Next slide, please. So there are my contact details, and if anybody would like to get in contact with Inbound, we've got our website there as well, and our email address. So that's our pitch. I know we've only got 5 minutes, and I'm going a little bit over time, but thank you very much, and thank you for the organisers for giving us this opportunity tonight to give our pitch to everybody in the marketplace. So have a good night, everybody, and thank you very much.
Terrific. Thank you very much, Fred. As always, it's a pleasure.